What do you think one of the biggest mistakes people make about thinking about their income in retirement? Or is it the mistake not thinking about it, maybe?
Probably both,
Yeah.
actually.
Hi, I'm Jennifer McCafferty, and I am the AVP of Marketing for the Retirement Division at Symetra. And today I have the pleasure of sitting with a colleague and friend, Drew Farrell. Drew is the SVP of Sales, Distribution, and Marketing for our Retirement Division. And today we have a great opportunity to talk about the role retirement income plays in today's market and why it really resonates with financial professionals and maybe, more importantly, probably their clients. Welcome, Drew.
Thanks, Jennifer. Good to be with you.
Good to see you. So, do you think investors understand or underestimate the need to have a predictable guaranteed income stream in retirement?
Well, in the overarching conversation of focusing on accumulation, yes, short answer.
Okay.
Then it's why. Well, picking on healthcare again. Healthcare is often subsidized in many families and dynamics by employers.
All right.
They may have a high deductible plan. There's also a gross assumption out there about when Medicare kicks in and what that actually covers versus doesn't cover.
Oh, yeah.
So I put the big assumption wrapper on it is, well, my healthcare won't change that dramatically. My housing won't change that dramatically. We don't know where housing is going to go. In taxes, in terms of real estate and these type of things. So I think demystifying and putting some what ifs in place. What if healthcare costs this on average? And again, there's some fantastic planning tools out there that does it, but a planning tool doesn't constitute a conversation. The conversation needs to make that real for a client.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I know. I totally hear you with the risk that you describe: inflation, interest rate, distribution, longevity. Those are all things we keep talking about, right? So how do we reframe the planning conversation from how much do I need to retire to how long does it need to last?
Look, I mean, financial professionals, in the most part, are not physicians, and even physicians aren't actuaries. Nobody's going to get that guess right. Who knows? But again, if you start with the end in mind and talk about scenario-based planning, here's how long, if we were to set this into a retirement income plan, how long this money would last under this scenario. 60-40 is akin to, in the income planning space, the 4% rule. Is it really real anymore? I mean, it's a gauge, it's a barometer, but in the income planning piece, maybe people don't need 4%. I mean, it's all the individual, right? But maybe people need more than that based on lifestyle choices, how they view their retirement, all the other factors. I think putting in the what if scenarios and having that deep conversation so people understand that frames it accordingly. That way, when you're looking into 30 years down the road, these things look a little bit more real and clients can walk away with a lot more confidence.
Yeah. What do you think one of the biggest mistakes people make about thinking about their income in retirement? Or is it the mistake not thinking about it, maybe?
Probably both, actually.
Yeah.
I think the like for like of my spending isn't going to increase. I'm actually going to decrease my spending because, after all, I'm not working.
Right.
I have more downtime. There's probably that piece of it. I think certainly where money is being allocated and spent towards. Paying off a house doesn't constitute meaning you don't have house bills, utilities, things that are raising with that
taxes,
inflationary
all of that.
taxes.
Yep.
I also think the dynamic of people and their families and what constitutes a family, to the point of, are they taking care of their parents? Are their kids, in the house more than they expected to be? Not for necessarily a bad reason. Maybe they're going to, an advanced academic that is costing more money than everyone thought it would be, whether it be medical school, graduate school, et cetera. Then one thing I didn't bring up, what about grandkids? Grandparents as caregivers to grandkids, with the soaring cost of daycare, that plays a role into it as well.
Yeah, those are some great examples. Just thinking about, kids trying to get that first job, get out of the house, figure all that out, if there's loans to pay, et cetera. And then, lots of things to consider. Well, Drew, thank you so much. It's always good to chat with you as a friend and as a colleague, and I appreciate your input and insights.
Thanks, Jennifer. I enjoyed our conversation.